Rivers, like Joan Rivers, only he's alive. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have another fine comedian from the great state of Washington. So please put your warm hands together for Andrew Rivers.
There you go.
Got it! Thank you very much.
Hello. Hi. One round of applause for whatever his name is. Give it up for him. Give it up for that guy. Just gonna record this. Great. Thanks for being here. This is great. This is awesome. This is cool. All right. Good to see you. You guys like fucking go. It's nice to be here. This is great. I was performing in a living room a couple weeks ago, so this is much better. Same amount of people, which is kind of weird. But, someone saw me at a show and they thought I was really funny, so she hired me to perform at her son's graduation party in their living room. Let me tell you, a dream come true. Only took me 30 years. Finally got invited to a high school party. Wasn't very popular in school, clearly. That's why I'm a comedian. Like, how do you like me now? Still no. I live by a school now, which is weird. I'm allowed to live by a school. It's fine. You guys get quiet at weird parts. It's not my fault. The state knows about it. It's fine. It's weird to live by a school because sometimes I'll see kids in the neighborhood walking home from school, you know, all by themselves. Not from a van with binoculars. Yeah. It's always like the weird kids with no friends, you know. And I always get a little sentimental because that used to be me, you know. I always want to go up to them like, hey, I'm you from the future. Ah.
Dreams come true.
Go make some friends, you know. This doesn't work out well for us. Do I look happy? No, give it 15 years, you'll be telling dick jokes to strangers, all right? Just yelling at him for no reason. Drop that stupid stick, you're not a wizard. Girls aren't gonna like you. It's fine. I have a lot of female friends because they put me there. And sometimes they'll ask me to walk to their car late at night, which that's a scary thing. Number one, that has to happen. Number two, don't you want to choose someone more masculine than me? Like, that's not going to work out well. Now we're both victims. That's fucked up. You just doubled the crime rate. Look at that. Maybe that's her plan. Some guy comes running after her, she just shoves me down. The guy chasing her is like, close enough, whatever. Now I have to get someone to walk you to your car. And then you gotta drive me back. Yeah, it's interesting. I just hit on girls that are out of my league, which is great. It's a good idea, right? Because if a girl that's out of your league turns you down, you're not that disappointed. You're like, well, who would have thought that would happen? It's like my mom always told me, shoot for the moon, and if you fall, you'll at least land among the friend zone. Oh, that one got sad there. My parents are very concerned about my dating life because my brother's been married for 7 years. So now there's all this pressure on me whenever I visit my parents. So like, it's your turn. Oh, when are you gonna bring a girl home? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, well, we want to meet some of the girls that you meet. I'm like, no, you don't. I think it's an age thing because they were married when they were 22. I just turned 30. It's not even close. Yeah, this is 30. I don't love 30. You guys were like, does his mom know he's at a bar telling jokes? What do you think drove me here? I went to a doctor a couple weeks ago. I was getting a weird rash on my face. He was like, that's called facial hair. You're fine. You know? This never happened before. We're like, 30 is still young for a lot of people. I don't have time. I'm touring the country professionally as a comedian. I got 2 fantasy football teams. There's a war. on my Xbox. I got a lot of shit to do. I don't have time for it. Time's one of the main things you need for a successful relationship, right? Right? That's a question. I've never had one. I was just trying to get some advice. Yeah, you missed that part. Yeah, I had time. Even from dating, I can tell you need a lot of time, a lot of attention, a lot of text messages. Every hour, updates. What'd you have for dinner? I don't know. Fucking stop it. I can't do it. I can't do. It's just my person. Like, I'm glad you like me, but I don't want a parole officer. Leave me alone. I can't. It's just me. It's my person. Emotionally, I'm like a cactus. I don't know if anyone understands that. Like you shouldn't overwater a cactus. It'll die, you know? But she's like, water's good for plants. Well, I'm fucking drowning. Like water is like attention in the analogy. Just want to make sure we all understood.
This is Hawaii. We don't.
Yeah,
understand.
I know, right? Yeah. It's like a palm tree. I don't know. Oh, now you get it. Yeah. Like a cactus, you know. Just a little attention goes a long way, and if you get close, I'll poke you. Yeah, make it a dick joke, though. If you guys get confused, just write down the ones. I'll explain them later. This is a weird job to have to try and be in relationships. I'm in different cities every week. I'm constantly traveling. And even when I am home, this is still all I do. Like, I don't have a day job or friends. Yeah, this is it. This is all. Even when I'm home, like, it's like, this is my only job. I wake up at 1. I Facebook for a couple hours, and then I'm here. Like, that's my day. It's a good schedule, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about the work hours, or hour. But it's a weird schedule. Like, where are you supposed to meet people if you never go anywhere? Sometimes girls approach you after shows. Throwing it out there. Way to get excited, not tonight. I just brought up a couple weeks ago, a girl came up to me after a show. She didn't even do it herself, though. She wrote her name and her number on a piece of paper, and then her brother gave it to me. She was like, my sister thinks you're hot. I was like, what is that? What are we in 2nd grade? That's ridiculous. And I was trying to be nice. Like, I texted her, I was like, hey, at least come introduce yourself, you know? And then she did, and I was like, you should go back to leaving notes. Oh. Look, I'm just telling them. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody's face. I know what I've got. Exactly. Yeah. I don't think I'm ugly, necessarily. Great, thanks for your support. I'm not plan A for anybody. No, right? Yeah. As evidenced by your silence earlier. We put it up for auction, you guys are like, we're gonna hold out. Maybe the headline is cuter, you know, that's fine. I'm cool with it. I've adjusted to life as an average looking. I don't even show up to bars till like 1 a.m. anymore. I'm just like, all right, who's left? What do we got? Yeah. Otherwise, I'm just angry. I'll be in the corner the whole time. Like, I can do better than that guy. Come on. Put me in the game, coach. All my buddies are behind me. Rudy. You guys are dicks. I think that's the issue too. I think sometimes girls like the idea of like being with a comedian more than actually dating one, right? Because everything's hilarious until it's about you. It's not as fun, right? All of a sudden she's like, "You're a dick." I'm like, "Oh, you're a new 10 minutes." It's the subtle one. I was on a date with a girl one time. She knew I was a comedian, but she still got super defensive for no reason. Like, we were just joking around. She's like, "You better be nice to me. My dad has a black belt." I was like, "I don't care. My dad has a black friend." And he has a purple suit. So I don't know that nice. Suit's better than just the belt. That's all I know. It's a great joke. It's not true. A lot of my jokes are very true, personal stories. That one's completely made up. My dad doesn't have any black friends. That sounded bad. He's not racist. He's just not cool, you know? They don't want to be friends with him either. Like, he hates rap music, which is annoying because I love rap music. Obviously, I'm white, my parents are rich, it's a requirement. He can't stand it. The other day he said I'm still single because I listened to too much rap music as a kid, and it taught me how to objectify women. And I was like, that's not true. The problem is these bitches don't know they're missing out. These hoes don't know. It's hard out here for a pimp. Let me tell you. These hoes don't know. Can't do impressions, but I think the subliminal messaging in rap music is like warping my brain. You would see that in other areas of my life. Rappers love to pour champagne on women's asses. I would never do that. Because I can't afford champagne. So that's not gonna happen. And bitches don't like it when you spray them with Sprite. Yeah. Sprite, same color, just as fizzy. What's the problem? That's called being a baller on a budget. You're welcome. Have a great honeymoon. Thank you. I agree. Anyway. It's nice to be in Hawaii. I haven't been here. I come here a little bit. I used to come, my parents used to take me here a lot as a kid. I don't know if this is still, I don't know if I'm just imagining a thing. I thought that when you got here, they put leis on you at the airport. That used to be a thing. And I don't know why they stopped. No, never. Ever since you. When was the last time you were here? Oh, you live here, okay. So when you moved here, never, okay. Just my imagination, right? I maybe it was, I don't know, it might have been like 10 years or something. That's what I thought happened. I was wondering why they stopped that, but apparently I'm just an idiot. Because that's a cool cultural thing I thought that they did. Because like when you travel to other places, like when you go to New York, they still stab you when you get off. Yeah. I was out in New York like a couple weeks ago, and every stereotype about New York drivers, 100% true. I don't know if you get the chance to go there. Like they're going fast. I'm going fast, but it's not fast enough. I'm going 80, and they're still behind me honking and flashing their lights. Yeah. I'm like, we're in a fucking school zone. Relax. What do you want from me? I called 911 on a guy a couple weeks ago. I was in New York, and I was driving back to my hotel after a show. It's 2 in the morning. It's basically a wide open freeway. But this guy came up behind me, and he was mad because I wasn't going 170 miles an hour. And so he's like flashing his brights at me, but there's a car in front of me and a car to the side. So I'm like, I can't fucking move. I don't know what you want me to do. So I'm like trying to talk to him from my mirror and be like, you see the people, I can't move. But he doesn't get, so he's flashing his brights at me. So it takes a couple minutes for the car in front of me to move. But by that time, this guy already pissed me off, so I just slowed way the fuck down. I went 50 just to piss him off, and it worked. He was not happy with me. Because as soon as I changed lanes, I fucked with him for like 5 minutes, and then I changed lanes, like, all right, you can go. You learned your lesson, you know. And then he started following me. Like, he changed lanes with me, and he was like tailgating me for like 10 miles. And at first I was like, pissed him off, I win, you know. And then I was like, he might get the last laugh. I was really scared. Like, he followed me bumper to bumper for 10 minutes with his brights on in the middle of the night. And I was like, sorry. You know? Like, even the friend that I was with, like, slid down in the seat. I was not part of this. If he starts shooting, there's like a gap with the headrest. I'm not taking chances. So, after like 10 miles, he's tailgating me, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to get off the freeway because then he'll kill me. So I called 911, and they go, well, why don't you just get off the freeway? And I was like, then he'll kill me. Like, that's not gonna. They're like, no, you just get off the freeway and you call us if he follows you off the freeway. Call us back. And I'm like, what? Like 911 in New York City is like, well, get out of his fucking way. They told me to get off the freeway and they hung up. They're like, call us back. 911 in New York City is like, let us know if there's like an active murder going on. Don't call us if there's less than 2 stabs. We don't want to know that. Just stop being a pussy. They said that was the exact, just call us back if he follows you more. And I'm like, okay. And I was thinking about it, like, yeah, that, shit, there's more to this. I don't know, I was thinking that's so rude, you know, that's just like even 911 in New York City is get out of this fucking way, you know. I was thinking like maybe it'd be funny if like he was calling 911 about me, you know what I mean, like. He's like, well, do you ever think he's calling 911 about you? You know, there's this fucking guy that won't get out of my way. He's only going 90. This is fucking bullshit. 911's like, we're sorry, sir. We're trying to talk to him right now. We're trying to tell him to get off the freeway, but he's a little scared. And I'm from Seattle, so it's very passive aggressive.
Yeah!
Ooh.
Go up.
Yes, I'll tell Seahawks joke in a second. I don't know. It's bandwagon. No, I'm not bandwagon. I live in Seattle. Fuck you. It's not like they're fucking good this season, so I'm really on the 3 and 4 bandwagon right now. Jumping on. All right, big fan of the Seahawks. I was so disappointed they didn't pass on the last play of the Super Bowl, you know. I think they wanted Russell Wilson to be MVP. And I want that too. I think that'd be the best post-game interview ever. Like, Russell Wilson, you just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do now? He's like, I'm going to Disneyland. Like, oh, you're not tall enough for the ride. There's actually a story, I don't know if you guys heard this, last year. Michael Bennett, who's like a defensive end, he called the restaurant and they're like, we're all sold out. And he called back 2 minutes later and said his name was Russell Wilson. And they're like, whoa, we have a table, just come on down, you know? And I thought, well, that's a great idea, but that's gotta be awkward when you show up to the restaurant and you're like, I'm not the guy. And they lead you to a table, it's like all roped off with champagne and a booster seat. And because he's short. That's the joke. Seattle's very passive aggressive. Seattle has in the parking lots they have signs up front next to handicapped parking spots. They reserve parking for hybrid vehicles only, which is like, yeah, that's kind of bad. Like, I get you're trying to promote like a healthy environment, but you're still making gas guzzlers drive even further to find a parking spot. Then I thought about it, like, you know what? That makes sense. If you drive a hybrid vehicle, you should be allowed to park up front, because it's hard to walk across the parking lot with a stick up your ass.
Right?
Thought that'd get a bigger response. All right. Going to the backup closer, guys. Vegas a couple months. I don't know what day it is. I was in Vegas a while ago, so it doesn't matter. Vegas is very drunk. Like, Vegas is a party city, but like after 3 a.m. it turns into like the saddest city in America. Just drunk girls walking barefoot through food courts, you know. So with the sash and the #1 princess, and they're holding their heels, like, oh, this didn't go as planned. It's a funny thing. I was out on the street, and I saw a guy just hammered off his leg. He tried to wave down a Domino's driver like it was a taxi cab. And I don't know if he did it on purpose or he just got confused because they both have the light on top. Because at first I was laughing, I was like, oh, what an idiot. And then the car stopped. I was like, what a genius. This guy's got it all figured out. I wanted to be there for that conversation. Like, no, man, I'm not a taxi, I got pizzas. Ah, shit, that'll work too. That's awesome. Can I just give you $20 and you take me home? That's kind of like a delivery, right? The craziest thing I saw is a bumper sticker. Vegas on a car, that's where you put them. But it's a dumb sticker. It said, like, cars are like wives. If it ain't yours, don't touch. I was like, what a dumb sticker. I want to get my own sticker, just put over that guy's car. It said, cars are like wives. I accidentally banged yours. It's okay, I left a note. All right. Hey, thank you guys very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, they're leaving. Follow that.
Let's hear it for Kevin Bacon.
Thank you.
I love you in Hollow Man.